Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the afternoon special session. I did not get to any free readings this morning, inundated with beautiful, beautiful donations that help support me being able to offer these free readings. So I'm coming back on to only complete the readings that I did not get to this morning. That's why there's no chat. I'm not taking any new reading requests in this session. But in less than 2 hours, I will be returning for my evening session. So if you want to have a reading, come back then. After I finish this, probably be on here for about an hour or so. So after I'm done here, I will promote the new the 6 p.m. one, and you can jump in early once I do that as well to put your question. All right. But we are going to dive in. It looks like everything is going good here. Sound is on. Now, I did have a donation that made last minute. So sorry, Tavi, that I did not get to your donation. I didn't see a question in the chat and it wasn't mentioned on your donation. So I'm going to give you a general reading, and if that's not what you, if it doesn't give you what you're looking for, which I imagine spirit's going to come through anyway, but if not, just if you'll comment on the video, yeah, either this morning's video or this video, or come back tonight or whatever, just let me know. And I appreciate your patience in waiting for your donation here. And then, unless you're a different name, uh, on the YouTube too, which can happen. So let's take a look here. And again, thank you for your donation. So we'll start off with you and then we'll jump into the free readings. All right. So they did want that one. And then there's three things that are unseen underneath the surface, which is what they want you to look at here. So we'll take a look. You do have the Seven of Orbs coming in, which is the Seven of Swords. And this means that there are some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been deceiving, yourself, cheating you out of opportunities. This can also mean deceptive energy from others because it's mirrored back to us. So I feel like if you're asking about something, is there something hidden? Is there something that needs to be revealed to you? I feel like that's why, with the Seven of Swords, why they wanted the three things that are going on underneath the surface, the hidden and the unknown. So I would say that there is some stuff, some shenanigans going on underneath the surface somewhere. We'll take a look here. You do have the Seeker of Flames, and the Seeker of Flames does tell us here about. Sorry for the glare there. I just noticed maybe a little better there. There we go. You can see it a little better. So, Seeker, this is the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new drive. There is a new passion that's entering either your life or this other person's life if you were looking at someone else. And this is what's below the surface, is there's this distraction. There's this newness of opportunity coming because we've also got the Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles. That does tell me, with both of those, these new beginnings, new things happening. And you've got the Master of Chalices, the King of Cups, which is balancing of heart and mind. And so there is this newness that's coming in here. So I feel like it's a couple of ways. One, there's these leftover thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. Possibly someone was going behind your back, cheating on you, whatever it was from the past, which helped create this. And what I love about this, though, is that this Seven of Swords is you dropping these mindsets, which is allowing, instead of, I usually use the hot air balloon as an example of lower vibrational love, we get lower vibrational experiences. And when we chunk those beliefs out the window that these are not about me, their actions were about them, then we rise and we rise and we raise our love vibration, which brings in something new. And I feel like this is who this is. I just really feel there is the new passion for you, a new opportunity for love coming in. And it is someone who's balanced with heart and love with very dreamy eyes. But there's this energy that comes in with this, right? So I do like this for you. There is love headed your way, but it is this dropping off of the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that understanding what was a reflection for you to see things about yourself. And it doesn't necessarily mean like I had a few of my relationships where they went outside the relationship when we agreed we wouldn't. And later in life, I realized that, when Spirit asked what I learned, I go that people are bastards. And they're like, no, that's not what it is. Uh, I go, they go, um, how did you cheat? And I'm like, well, I was always faithful to them. They're like, well, how did you cheat on yourself? And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh. And then I realized self worth comes from inward and upward for my higher self, myself. But I was looking outside of myself for my definition. So I was cheating on myself with them. And I was like, wow. And you would have thought of that. But I feel like there is this awareness that's coming that does free you from these limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you had before that do free you. And it does bring in this new passion, this new opportunity. And I love when I get the King of Cups because it's someone who is balanced both in being able to express emotion, but all the kings are given a second portion of air, which is mind. So they're able to communicate, they're intelligent, balanced individual. You're like, finally, right? But that's what's coming in for you, Tavi. So hopefully that is resonates in what you were looking for there. If not, like I said, just comment on one of the videos or um, pop back into one of the live sessions. Okay. Right. And again, thank you for your donation. All righty. So let's dive into the free readings now. Let me just move some stuff around here so I can fit it all. All right. And up first, we had Kritika. So, Kritika, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you want to know, will you meet someone new in love by the end of December 2023? Or you said till, but I think you mean like between now and the end of the year, you're going to meet someone, right? I don't feel like you are here, Kritika, because you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is you alone in the garden with spirit. So the outside world of the crystals or pentacles, it shows you are individual by yourself. Also, with the Three of Flames, the Three of Wands, you are taking a different direction. And I feel like you're going to be having this new direction that you're taking in your life where you're not wanting to start up with someone new where you're at because I feel like you're going to be moving. I feel like you're going to be changing residence, changing location, changing something that's coming in where you're like, well, they're not going to go with me. So I'm going to meet somebody on the other side when I reach that direction. So I feel like it's right now you're just working on your own, looking at your own worth in relationship to the outside world, really discovering who you are, what you want in life, and there's this change of direction, which takes also frees you from how you're like what you're looking for in love as well with this change of direction. So I like it because there's this freedom, but there's this importance of that hermit journey of inward and connecting with spirit and having your worth change in relationship to the outside world to be based inward and upward instead of on the unstable outwardness, right? So, but I don't feel like there's anyone in love for this at this time. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Die Baby 777, you are up next. And you want to know whatever spirit wants you to know right now. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, you've got the Queen of Cups coming in here, which, she, master of emotion. She, rolls over cups. All the queens are given a second portion of cups. So double emotion, full of emotional flow, connection, mastering emotions. And with the Four of Flames, the Four of Wands, which represents joy and happiness and celebration, I really feel like what they're having you focus on now is this I want to say it's like the mastery of your emotional choice, your power of emotional choice, and that you are learning that, it's not the situation that defines how you feel, but you get to decide how you feel in any situation. I think it was James Allen where that first blew my mind when Spirit showed me through him that he said something like, "It's not the circumstances that define how it impacts someone, or every circumstance would impact everyone exactly the same, but because it doesn't, it must not be the circumstances that determine it, but the person going through the circumstances." So there is this emotional impact and the stepping into your emotional power right now, and I feel like they're just like, be aware of, one, that you are experiencing situations you've had in the past that you are choosing different emotionally. So they're telling to celebrate that with that 4 of Wands too. Celebrate your change and the power you've taken back, that you're not at the whim of whatever happens and your emotions determined by the outside. And then be aware of the emotional charges that are coming up and how you can continue to evolve them, continue to transform them. So I feel like that's what they're wanting you to focus on right now, because I feel like this weekend there's some opportunities to go, you know what, normally I would act this way, emotionally, but I've chosen this way. Wow. And then you're like, "Oh, here comes one of those situations that I normally choose this. What am I going to choose in this moment?" So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you right now, Die Baby. So many blessings to you. And then Harsita Oha. Hi. A general for the rest of November. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know here for the rest of November? All right. Well, we do have this Ace of Flames, which is the Ace of Wands. It's drive, ambition, change that's coming here. And the Four of Crystals, the Four of Pentacles is home. And I feel like there's a change of home that's happening here in November, or you're becoming aware of a change in the home or a change of home, a change of residence. So it's a significant change because obviously they're wanting you to be aware of it. It's a solid foundation, though. The Four of Pentacles is a solid foundation of the outside world, but the four walls of the outside world, I feel, is what there's this new change, this new passion, this new excitement, this new life that is coming into your home, um, into the area of home. So that's why I feel like there could be a movement, either physically moving or energetic change or some sort of change that you're making within the home. And I like this. I feel like it's an important time to nest, a important time to understand what capital H home means to you. Home is where the heart is. So where is your heart? And how can you change the energy of home, of your home? So I feel like that is their focus for you for the month of November, at least at this point when with you asking. So that is what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Dijona Sturgis, hello, hello. You'd like a general reading. So, what does Spirit want you to know right now? And you have 10 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So, the Queen of Swords. So, you've got this energy here of balancing heart and mind. And in that balancing of heart and mind is where you get this beautiful fullness that's rolling out into the outside world. And this could be about relationship, but it can be about anything that you count as fulfillment in the outside world. Queen of Swords, very much about, of course, she rules over swords, but all the queens are given a second portion of cups. That's where the balance between the mind and the heart comes in. And I like that because it does remind us that when we get too much in one of those, if we get too much in our mind, our mindset of the supposed to be's, the should be's, the need to be's, the have to be's, all that blah blah blah, it dulls. The heart isn't happy, it's not enjoying itself. The mind is just checking off things in a box. If we're too emotional, where it's all emotion, then we usually doesn't turn out too well. It ends up all over the place, and it's that wonderful balance of the organization and structure and awareness of the mind with the heart's passion. The combination, they balance each other out. The heart keeps it exciting and passionate, and the brain keeps things moving and organized and not going off the cliff somewhere, right? So I like this coming in here for you, this balancing of what does success mean. And I just feel like it is bringing in this fullness into your life because you are balancing both. You're allowing your heart to have expression while also using your brilliant mind, is what they say. So I like it. So that's what they have for you right now, Dijona. So many blessings to you. And then Felicia Fang, hello, hello. Thank you so much for mentioning in the previous video about thumbs up. I do appreciate all the thumbs up. It does tell me you're enjoying getting free readings, and it also tells YouTube, and it allows uh, YouTube to share the Zen Love, so you get to be part of the Love Tsunami. So thank you guys so much for that. And Felicia, you experience a lot these days, right? You got hit by a car and stuff. You're just sometimes we need forced R&R to think about stuff, right? So once you get recovered, what about new opportunities in career? And I feel like with you, with this stuff happening, I just really feel it brings such clarity here. Yeah, such clarity. Yeah, you definitely have this new beginning coming in here. You got two major arcana, so you definitely do make significant changes in your life. This is the death and the rebirth. And you've got the emperor too, which the emperor listens to what everyone else has been said. They have all of that, opinion and advice, unsolicited advice, usually, right? But it's like you being around a dinner table at a restaurant, and everyone has a menu, and everyone's ordering stuff for themselves off the menu. Everyone's telling you what you need to order on your menu, but you're the one that's going to eat it. So you're like, if I'm going to eat it, then I am going to order what I want to eat. Thank you for your advice and your suggestions, but I know what I want. This is you determining what you want with that emperor and stepping forward, leaving behind the old and stepping off into the new. And I feel like with all this stuff, it's been making it uncomfortable to stay where you're at. But I feel like you're also it's like this shake up and this wake up that we get too of going, you know what? I could have been killed, right? And you're like, what am I waiting for to live my life, to die? Right? And you're like, "No, no more. I'm gonna recover, and I'm gonna go live my life." And so it definitely has this new energy about it. It's like this extreme heightened energy. I feel like you were like, "Yeah, yeah, I do wanted to go do that." But now I feel like you're like, "You know what? I could have died. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna do what I wanna do and live my dream, because why am I here for?" So I love that for you, Felicia, and that's what they have for you right now. So positive things are a coming here, and many blessings to you. All right. And then Kavya Dixit. Hello, hello. Thank you for liking the previous video. Anyone, any messages from Parv for you at this time? There's been less contact. All right. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. What's going on with Parv here? Yeah, we've got the 5 of Pentacles coming in here, which this is the feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, and the 8 of Orbs, the 8 of Swords, which is they have been becoming aware of their own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have made them feel blinded and bound and trapped. And it's rooted here in this you know lack card. It's like a card of lack, again, abandonment, and it goes back way way ago when they were younger, in their younger years, when they were children, when he was a child, and where he felt abandoned and these lack, and it's all bubbling below the surface. And I feel like they're in this point in their life where they're really in this review period, trying to figure out why they feel denied of so many things. And I do feel like they feel like they're denied by job opportunities, money, promotions, love, other opportunities in their life, and they just feel like, why is this always happening to me? Why? Because they've got these beliefs of lack, and their inner child doesn't feel they're worthy, or that they have to give so much to get so little. And that's what's going on with them here. It's just, they're looking at themselves, and they're on this deep deep inward reflection journey, which I feel like they've turned off their emotions, because when you go operate on your heart, which is what I feel like they're doing, you don't keep the heart pumping. You turn it off in a way, and so they've muted or muffled their heart while they're working on everything, and that's why there's less contact. Is they're very much in figuring themselves out, and what do they want, and how do they want things to unfold, and blah blah blah, all that stuff, that all these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have been poured into their heart and mind over time is what they're trying to figure out. So nothing you can do but send them love from a distance and let them figure things out. If it's worth it for you to wait, then wait, but, I feel like it's gonna be a while because I feel like they just have a ton of abandonment issues from when they were younger and that were reinforced over time, and it's taken them time to get back to the root. They've had so many other experiences of abandonment from people, situations, jobs, whatever, that they're working their way back. They've got a long way to go. Um, so that's what's coming in, Kavya. You know, you can always go live your life, and if it's meant to be, whatever's meant to be for you never passes you by. So go live, use this time to focus on your own self, right? And live your life and do what you love, and then things will always unfold for your path. All right. So that's what they have for you, Kavya. So many blessings. And then Shloka Sancher, hello, hello. They want to know, when will your contact with P end and what's coming next in terms of dating? All right. So when and what? I think I saw you say, "Eh, you feel like I'm a celebrity. Do you see a vision? Am I like, woohoo? Am I a superstar?" Let's take a look here. So, sorry, when is it going to end here? Okay. So, you do have the Master of Chalices, and it'll end here when you balance your heart and your mind. Because I feel like the mind is what's keeping it, in fear and keeping things from ending. But once you balance your heart and your mind, psh, you're out, because you realize, okay, my mind was saying this looks good on paper, but your heart was going, I'm not happy with this. I want something else. I want something higher in love vibration, and this feels low vibration. And so this beautiful balancing of your heart and mind comes in, and you realize, it's served its purpose and I'm done. And so I feel like when your contact with P ends is when you're ready. And I feel like you are the one that ends the contract, right? Um, because it's about you. The lesson continues until you're ready for this. If you put contract, I think you mean contract like your soul contract or contract, but you'll know when you're ready. You're like, okay, I've done enough. There's nothing keeping me here, because while we have fear of leaving or not finding love or whatever we're looking at, that keeps us kind of chained to whatever it is we're going through. And once the ugly feeling of not being ourself anymore outweighs that, then that's when we take action. But as long as our fear outweighs that, we stay in the cycle. And then when we're ready, we're like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm jumping off the merry-go-round. I'm not waiting for the merry-go-round to stop. I'm jumping off. And so you do. And what's coming next for you in terms of dating, you have the Four of Flames. You have this equal passion coming. This is joy, but it can be the marriage card too. And I feel like what comes next for you here, I feel like you've been through a lot, Shloka. I just feel like you've really learned so much, made such leaps and bounds with your self-love, that as soon as this, balances, and I feel like you're such on just the doorstep of it, is like you're ready to step out of it, and you're just like, all right, I've learned what I need to learn. I know who I am, what I want, and what I'm worth, and that my worth isn't determined by the outside. You're like, boom, here we go. And then I feel like who you draw into you next is a higher love vibration. And I feel like it is someone that leads to marriage proposal through here. So when you are ready, don't go, woohoo, I'm dumping him now because I want that marriage. you'll know on the inside when it's ready and you'll make that transition for that. So that's what's coming in, Shloka. So many blessings to you. And then Grace 1111, you want to know what is coming towards you. All right. Let's take a look here and see what is coming towards you. All right. So you do have here, you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is, alone time with spirit. So the physical world does feel like you have this period of time alone with spirit where you're redefining your worth in relationship to the outside world. You're independent. You have this independent feeling about it. And as soon as you hit that, boom, you have the Seeker of Flames, which is the Page of Wands. And there is this new passion, this new drive that comes in. And I feel like, when I get this type of energy together, this is like living your passion. And in living your passion is when you find your passion and someone that shares your passion both for what you enjoy doing, but for each other too. So it would be like if you enjoy, the one I like using is pottery, and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go to this pottery place that allows you to use their kilns and you can make pottery and their potter's wheel and you can buy the clay there and paint and you can do all the stuff there. And while you're there using it, there's someone using the potter's wheel next to you. And they're like, hey, how are you doing that? And you're like, here, I do this. You can do this and this. And you're like, cool. And you're like, but how are you doing that? And you both have passion for pottery and you hit it off and you're having a blast, you're having fun. You see each other there, and then one day you're just like, hey, do you want to go? Like they invite you for coffee, you invite them for coffee or whatever. And they're like, yeah, I'd love to. And then you guys hit it off. And the spark is where it starts. So that's what's coming in for you, Grace. And that's what I like for you. So many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe, you are up next. You want a message from your future self. So, what does your future self want you to know? All right. So, your future self. All right. So, you do have this shaking up here. The three of swords is the three of orbs, and it reminded me of the tower, which this is disappointment, but it comes here on purpose. And I feel like they're saying that here, just know that there's this blessing in disguise, this disappointment that comes in. It's like this, thank God for unanswered prayers, which you realize later. It's like, oh, I really want this, you don't get it, but it has you revisit what your dreams come true are with the star card, and it allows you to get past this barrier that's been here before. It's like there's been something that has been standing in your way, and it's because it's almost like we're looking this way and we're trying to get through here, but we're not able to. And so what happens is we turn this way. We're like, oh, look, here's a doorway that gets through this thing. And we would have kept on here. It's like a carrot that's being drawing you in this direction, but you would have keep going, but you're like, because of this disappointment, you're able to see a door that takes you easily. It's like trying to get up a cliff and you're like, "Oh, look, there's an elevator," you know, and I like this for you. And so I feel like your future self is telling you this big disappointment that seems to come, that just trust it, that look around you because it's happening to release you, that takes you in this other direction. um you don't like alter your destination, it's just how you get there changes, and it's a lot more smoother than you had thought. So it's a blessing in disguise. So that's what they have for you, soul searching vibes. So take a look around. If you have a disappointment that comes up, just go, all right, so where is this coming from? All right, so many blessings to you. And then smooth life, you want to know, what does spirit want you to know right now? Wow, look at all this fire energy. You got the two of flames and the Six of Flames. All this balanced energy. Six of Flames, Six of Wands is about energetic flow. It's about victory. It is about balanced energy. Three wands on each side. Two of Wands is showing that, again, there's this balancing of this energy, and the Two of Flames tells you that whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And so the more that you focus on what you're grateful for, what with laughter and joy and celebration and unconditional love, the more that expands. If you focus in on your fears, like what I fear will leave my life or come into my life, or what I hate or what I feel is missing, I expand. I'm telling the universe, give me more things to hate. Num, num, num. I love hating things. I love missing things. Can you have me miss more things and put things further away from me so I miss it even longer? Or we draw in what we're afraid will come into our life, or we repel out of our life what we feel will go. That's our power. And so I feel like their message for you right now, Smooth Life, is you hold the power. You're the driver, the creator is the navigator, spirit's in the back seat, and they're like, woohoo, we're going for a ride. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go next? We'll give you the map, we'll show you the way. Ask us, but you're the one that drives our intention by your focus. Wherever you're focusing is what they're going to expand and grow. So I love that energy coming in there for you. All right, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then new love, hello, hello. You want to know when you have the B on the third floor, will A and her companion go to the third floor when they are here? That's funny. I feel like it's like one of those, if the train A leaves the train station at 3 a.m. and that goes approximately 40 miles an hour. Well, we do have the Four of Pentacles, which is home, and the Master of Chalices, which is the King of Cups, balancing of heart and mind. But I do feel like here, I feel like this is their companion, that the Four of Crystals, meaning home, I do feel like, again, when they come home, that they do. This is balanced energy, but positive energy, like a positive answer of yes, that they would. Um, I just feel with this Master of Chalices, it's one of my cards that represents kind of like partner, soulmate, loved lover, type of thing. And I feel like, especially with the Four of Pentacles coming, that it is that they feel like it's home, and so they um, do go to the third floor when they are there, whatever that means. So that's what's coming in, new love. All right. And then Lynx Lee, you want to know Leo's thoughts and next actions towards you. So here's thoughts and then next actions underneath it. All right. All right. Well, so they've got with the Master of Crystals, this is the King of Pentacles. And so their thoughts are this fullness of life, this wholeness, and they're looking at this you as being part of this completeness and wholeness of their life here. But there's this energy that comes in with the King of Pentacles. It is abundance, it is overflowing, but we've also got the Aries Emperor energy here, where they are wanting to choose to do things their way, in their timing, and what they're wanting. And there's this very kingly, masterful energy because the Emperor rules over the kings, and here you have one of the kings of the outside world. They've just got these thoughts of like, I'm in charge, I'm the one, and that, if you're part of it, you got to do what I say. I'm the one who determines the routes and the direction. And it almost feels controlling in a way here. And I just don't like this for you, Linksley. I don't know why, but they're very fiery, very about them, almost narcissistic to this energy that I'm feeling. It just doesn't feel like someone it's not confidence taking charge of their lives, it's arrogance, trying to control people. And I don't like this energy for you that's coming in, Linksley. It's just it feels like a lot of red flags that come in with this Leo, and I don't know why, but spirit does, and so that's why they're making me feel this way. And kind of feel like you know this already, that they can become heated. You know, they're a fire sign. Not all that when people are fire signs are at their lower vibrational energy, they can heat up fast and have a temper until they learn and have raised their expression of their Leo-ness, which is the difference between being arrogant and a narcissist and controlling, or someone who is a leader and leads with love and power in a responsible way, right? But I feel like they're on the lower vibrational edge there. So I just feel like their next actions would be controlling actions. And I just don't like this for you. But that's what's coming in, Linksley. And then Goldie, you want to know who is coming towards you. So let's see who is coming towards you here. Well, I like this Six of Flames is equal passion, you know, three ones on each side, and you've got the Four of Chalices. I like the even numbers here because this is flow. The Four of Cups does offer you a love that you haven't had before, and I like this. There's this energy of being seen and being uplifted too. And I don't know if like I feel if you meet them either like you're elevated, like, you know, you're seen on stage or in a wedding or you're bartending, you're or teaching, you know, it's that kind of you're set apart because here's the crowd and here's the person, you know, putting on the presentation, singing, performing, you know, standing up in a wedding, whatever. It's like, but here's above the crowd. Either you are up there or they are, and you see each other. And that's where who's coming towards you here. But it is, I feel like it is a type of love that you're not used to, um, because of this Four of Cups stands out from the Three Cups. Usually we're bored with the Three Cups. We're bored with the love that we've been getting before and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone's the same. And you're like, whoa, but who are you? You are odd. And I love it. And that's what I feel how they stand out to you too, is like you're like, I love odd. I want someone different. I don't want someone that's just bland and the same old, same old. You want someone who's not trying to fit in with everyone else, but stands independent. And that's who's coming towards you. So I like that for you, Goldie. And many blessings to you. And speaking of blessings, we got angel blessings and angel blessings. You want to know if any blessings are coming towards you. So we got blessings, blessings, blessings. And let's see what we got here. All right. Well, you do. You got divine justice, which is the justice card, of course. And you've got the adept of crystals, which is the knight of pentacles. So this is one of the slowest moving nights, so it is unfolding. It is a blessing coming towards you. It just takes a little bit of time to get to you. But this divine justice, the justice card coming in with the balancing of the scales, there's something that the more you work on balancing your thought and belief and mindset about whatever this is that you're wanting to have come towards you in your life, the faster that it comes towards you, because what's keeping it from you is this belief of worth, this belief of restrictiveness of how it has to come to you. And it's a lot of work when we try to control it, right? But when we release it to spirit going, you know what I want, you know, the how it comes to me, the when it comes to me, and the, you know, the what I leave to you. You know what I want, but I'm going to trust the who, the what, the where, the how. You know, you're going to bring that to me. And the more I release control and give it to spirit, the faster they can bring it to us. The more I try to control it, it's like when you're trying to pour juice for a child and they're trying to help you with the you know, the container or whatever. It's like this is going to be messy and it's going to take a long time to fill up this glass because the child is helping the adult, right? So if you release it, then it comes in faster for you. And I feel like you know what this is because you feel you have these mindsets where you feel like you're being limited. And so whatever this area is, this blessing will come to you if you'll open up and be more open-minded about how and when it comes in, but it'll come in faster anyway if you do that. So that's what they have, angel blessings. So many blessings to you. And then Anusri, you are up next. The rest of the year for you. What does Spirit want you to know about the rest of your year? There's two cards there. Okay. Yeah, I do see this. Excuse me. So you've got here's the Emperor taking charge, and I do see here the magician card with both of these are very powerful divine masculine energy, fiery energy in a way. The magician, is like the wands energy for this reading. Not always, but it is in this one because the Aries energy of the Emperor, new beginnings, putting form to what you want to do. And this is telling you have everything you need within you to make your dreams come true and to step forward. So very empowering energy with those two. And the power to leave behind what no longer serves you, to head off over the hill. Here is the Nine of Cups. Emotional dreams come true. It's more like a wish fulfillment type. But it takes you taking this action, leaving behind, with the Emperor, the thoughts and beliefs and opinions of others, the advice everyone's given you, letting that go. And the Eight of Chalices allows you to move forward, leaving behind those emotions and relationships that no longer serve you. And that's an important part of the rest of the year here for you is some people, um, and it's not really the people because people can't hold us back, but it's our thoughts and our emotional attachment to the people that does because we're afraid of disappointing. We're afraid, right? And if we're like, you know what, I'm just gonna allow things to flow and I'm gonna let stuff go. I'm gonna stop trying and over investing in relationships where I'm giving 90% all the time and all these people are giving 10. You're clearing house and you're going, I get that energy back, I get that energy back, I get that energy back, and that I get to move forward because these people are, and you know which ones they are. They all the names come to you right away, right? Of I feel like there's 3 people because I'm seeing 3 that they will never give you more than 10, 20, 30%, and you're always gonna be given 7, 80, 90%. And so there's 3 right off the bat. Boom, boom, boom. You know who they are. You get all that energy back. There's one that you're stubborn about that you have a little bit of deception about. No, no, no. I know that someday they'll be able to give to me, but you've fallen for the possibilities of who they could be, but they're showing you who they are. So they'll end up going too. So I feel like there's 4 significant-ish friendships, relationships, family members that you're like, "You know what? Yeah, this isn't for me anymore." So you're clearing some away, and all that energy comes back to you, which allows you this forward movement, in your life for the remainder. I mean, we've got what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks left? So chop, chop, here we go. All right, that's what they have for you, Nusri, so many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you are up next, and you'd like messages from Spirit. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know right now. Ooh, okay. I do see here that we've got significant relationship coming in here. But the precursor to this, I know, why do we tease with that when there's stuff to do? But it's good. This is like the carrot dangling, going, you have this relationship that's waiting for you. But it does take this, seeker of crystals, which is the page of pentacles, and the 6 of crystals, 6 of pentacles. So balancing out your worth is important, which is below the surface. I probably have talked about it before, but I have a Take 10 with Zen, video series. Episode 5 talks about the 6 of pentacles, which is discovering this out of balance giving and receiving that is keeping love away from us because our inner child is telling us we don't deserve that yet. But when we balance out this, instead of having it like we have to give 1,000 love coins to get one back, when it's equal to equal, that's what allows this new opportunity to come in with love. And so I love it. And so I feel like this is their message for you. It's definitely releasing whatever this foundation of your worth was. It's usually 7 years old and younger, and that video, if you wanna check it out, does give you some, tools on what you can do to, balance that out, and then the force fields fall down, and what where have you been feeling like love has been kept away from you, this allows it to come in for you. So, I like that for you, cutie, and that's what they have for you right now. All right, many blessings to you. Let me just take a look here. Okay. All right. So, Pinky, you are up next. So, whatever comes out. So, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? These two. All right. Well, you have this time of abundance coming in here, Pinky. You've got the Empress coming in, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but harvest, new birth coming in. And the Six of Crystals, with this combination of these two, one has to do with looking at your worth and your worthiness that you have, like we just talked about with Cutie. You know, the Take 10 with Zen episode, episode 5 talks about the Six of Pentacles and about the balancing out of things, which allows this abundance to come in because there's like this harvest happening and it wants to come to you. But when we're out of balance in our worth, when our inner child is like, no, 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 you don't deserve that yet. That all that abundance puts on layaway, waiting for you to be able to open up and bring that in for you. And so it is, if you haven't checked that out, if I haven't talked about that yet, definitely check out Take 10 with Zen episode 5. The playlist is at the very top when you go to my main page. And but it is episode 5 that gives you the tools on balancing that out, that allows these force fields to drop and then allows you to take and that abundance to flow into your life. Otherwise, you'll see it'd be like there's this invisible force field, and you're like, it's so close, I can almost touch it, but you can't because your inner child's going, nope, 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 you don't deserve that yet. But once you have this beautiful heart to heart and transformation with your inner child, which you learn about in that Six of Pentacles video, they are like, oh, okay, we can bring it in, and the forest fields fall, and then the harvest comes in. So I feel like that's an important thing for you right now, and that's what they want you to know. So many blessings to you, Pinky. And then Happy Peel, you are up next. So spirit guides messages for you. What do your spirit guides want you to know right now? All right. Well, look at you. So you've got the Adept of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups. You have the transition, death and rebirth, and divine justice, this balancing. All of this talks about seeing things from this higher perspective. And the divine justice, usually, like the scales are off balance because we get a lot of fears that we have. But as we are in this quest, this Knight of Cups is on a quest to connect to that higher love. It's in search of the chalice, the holy grail. And as you connect both with your mind, seeing things from a higher perspective, and you're seeking after this higher love, these transform your life. I mean, they literally, you have this transition that happens, this rebirth that happens in your life. But it does take getting out of our head, out of our human head and out of our human heart into our higher heart and our higher mind, which is all of this is rooted in unconditional love. All of this humanness is rooted in fear, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, all that delicious juiciness we come here to experience. But it is time for this transformation in your life. It's like you've felt all that and done all that. You're just like, I've had enough. I want something new and different. And this is what's being introduced to you is this, there's another side of the scale. We're all loaded up on the fear side all our lives. And we're like, what is up here? It's like, oh, we can have unconditional love stuff. And that helps balance things out, both in seeking this, but also usually the justice card, what's holding the scale is the Ace of Swords, which is double edged. allows you to connect higher to the higher truths rooted in unconditional love, but it also lets you cut away those small t truths which are rooted in fear. And so that's what helps balance it fast. You're not like chug, 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 chug. You're loading up here, but you're also getting rid of things off of here, which allows things to balance out faster. So that is what they have for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. All right. And next up, we've got Magician. I'm just going to take a sip here. Magician. So higher self messages and advice. All right. What do they want you to know? Okay. What do we got here? All right. Wow. Look at you. Royalty and all of this. Got major arcana, hermit card, reflection, guidance, the Hierophant, calling to you to look at things from a higher perspective, and even the King of Wands here, the Master of Flames. This represents the highest spiritual energy, which is your higher self. Right now, there is definitely the higher self is connect with us, seek higher. Though this is temporary, but it's an important time for you to really look inward and upward and spend the time that you can alone connecting with higher self and spirit. They are wanting you to expand your awareness, expand your knowledge, expand that friendship that you have with your higher self and your spiritual team, because you are surrounded and we're entering a period of time, you especially, where you need to be able to hear, trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust that relationship you have with them. Build this trusting relationship because they're going to be having you make decisions just boom, 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 which with the King of Wands, you're going to be pointing your wand at places to extend the energies and to move in these directions. So it's really important, yeah, with the Magician one too, for you to develop that. And that Hermit card is take time away, have your alone time, and that alone time is connecting with spirit and journaling, and if you have a tarot or a oracle card, meditation, just talking with them, exploring, going to places in your higher mind with them. And I love this for you because it is this invitation for this life that you're headed into, which is going to be, it's almost like you're going into some white water rapids, which if you're here in the United States, I guess they have them all over the world, but it's like, there's like, it's fast moving, rocky gorges that you go down in a raft, and you have to be able to and maneuver down so you don't hit a rock and get bumped off the raft. So it's important for this fast moving, very rushed type of time in your life for you to be able to hear, but they're preparing you for it. They're not just going to throw you out in it. So that's what's coming in, Magician. How exciting. All right. High vibe life. You're up next and you'd like a love reading. So what does spirit want you to know about love? Well, this card came flying out, and you got the the Adept of Orbs, which is the Knight of Swords, which you can see them. They're conjuring up the Knight of Swords here. And I like this for you because it feels like it is a air sign that is coming into your life. This is where love is coming. There is this message to here with the Knight of Swords. It's pursuing higher knowledge and higher awareness, cutting away our thinking of this is who it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, blah, 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 blah. We can narrow it in and cage it in so much we won't see it for a very, very long time because this situation is on back order for 1,000 years. But if we let go of expectations and we trust and allow the creator to bring in the perfect person in the perfect way and the perfect timing, it'll be a lot sooner than 1,000 years, which I like. Seven of Flames here, I get this with this combination that the love that you meet by being in the spotlight. Either you or them. I kind of feel like it's more you though. Whether it's standing up in front of a group, teaching, announcing, bartending in a wedding, anything that sets you apart from the crowd. I feel like you're there and they spot you and you see them and they stand out in the crowd and you're standing out above the crowd. Or it could be vice versa, but I kind of just feel like it's you that's above the crowd. And yeah, because 'cause you're high vibe, right? But this is how you meet, and I feel like it is over these next, couple months. Holiday parties, gatherings, there's something going on in these by the end of the year, you spot each other and interact with each other, and you start this journey next year together. So I like it for you, and that's what they want you to know, high vibe. So if you get invited to do something where you stand out, do it. All right. And then Aditi, hello, hello. You'd like higher self guidance. Let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. So you do have the Six of Wands and the Empress here. So there is this victory, there is this movement coming in here. You are seeing, and this is like your higher self and your spiritual posse are giving you this type of like I want to say like a um a high five for everything that you're doing and what you're what's happening in your life. So I really like that for you here. And the Empress does talk about there's this abundance, there is this new birth that's happening here. And so, because of what you've been doing, all these high fives that they're giving you, because I kind of feel like you've been doing a lot, but it's not recognized by hardly anyone. But Spirit is saying, we're here with you always. We see it. And you're going to be getting the rewards for this, what you've been doing. You've been doing the inner work. It would be like, you know, um, I don't know what I was going to say. It's like, I don't know. The example went flying out of my head, so it must not be important. But you're doing this and you're doing this work, and you're going to get the reward for it. So whatever you've been investing in, just know that it's not unnoticed, and that you do get to reap the rewards. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now at DT. And then what does the universe want you to know right now? Number 72 or no 72, if that's what it's stands for there. And he's saying, what do you want? What does the universe want you to know? All right. So you do have here, let me put these in order how they came out here. Because you've got the Four of Flames, the Four of Wands, joy, celebration, gatherings here. And you've got the Sage of Flames, which is the Queen of Wands. And then also the Seeker of Chalices, which is the Page of Cups. New love coming in. This, Four of Flames does talk to here about joy and celebration, but it can be a wedding card here too. And I feel like there's this new love that's coming in. And with this Queen of Flames, the Queen of Wands, she has a great connection with the spirit world. Trust your gut, trust your instinct. Don't be shy. And I don't feel like you're like me, shy, but I feel like it's don't be afraid to go for with what you want, because that Queen of Wands empowers you. She's got great connection to spirit. Trust your gut, trust your instinct. But she also walks into places and her energy just attracts people to her. So she shines bright, but she also has the ability to focus her wand energy and get things done and heading these directions too. So I like that for you. And they want you to know here you do have love. Love is destined for you, marriage is destined for you. You do have this new love that's coming your way. But I feel like it's for you to get to where they're at, you have to take some action to step forward to it's like go live your life, live your passion, because you meet them with you being the unique you and seeking your passion, not seeking love as your passion, but you seeking your passion to express your love into the world, and you meet someone who has that same passion and you ignite in doing that. So that is what they want you to know right now. No 72. And Zarissa Gull, you are up next. So, will you clear your CSS special exam 2023? Let's take a look here. Feel like it's a yes or a no, right? You've got the Adept of Orbs, which is the Knight of Swords. Swords, higher education, movement in higher education. So this would be a positive yes that you'll clear your special exam there. You have great access to your brain, and I feel like you've asked this before, maybe, or a type of exam, because what I'm hearing is you have access to your brain, and it's important for you just to stay calm and to face your fears, because that Knight of Swords also cuts away fears. Because when you're in fear, you don't have access to your brain, and that's when we have test anxiety. We fail because we fear. When we don't fear, we have access to everything we've studied, and we're calm and we succeed. And I feel like this is what they're wanting you just to be aware of: is focus on releasing your fears and staying as calm as you can too. All right, so that's what they have. It's a yes in my book. And then Hot Sun, hello, you are up next. So, what are Matt's feelings and next actions towards you? Okay, so it's these right here. Feelings and next actions. Ooh, all right. So we do have the three of chalices, the three of cups here: joy, celebration, emotion that's flowing here. So I like this creativity. They have had like an obstacle. I feel like there was a third party that was standing in between the two of you, and that's being resolved because we've got the 8 of pentacles, the 8 of crystals, which is about doing the work in the outside world to have things move forward. And so I do feel like they will take action towards you because they've been working on clearing all this stuff up so that they can move forward. So whatever this was, and I don't know if it was necessarily a romantic person. I just feel like there was someone, if it was a parent or an individual, maybe it was an ex, but I just feel like there was someone standing in between, like an obstacle that they were like, God, I need to be able to take care of this so that things can flow. Eights are numbers of flow, that things can flow in the outside world. So whatever this was, whatever this thing in their life, could have been a situation too, but it just feels like it was a person, it was an entity that was standing in between the two of you. But that's being removed, and you're able to move forward here. The 8 of Pentacles does say things can't stay the way they were. When this movement happens, it's either has to go up or out. There's no staying the same anymore. So I like that. And so if they are going, well, this is where I have to go. Do you want to go with me? And you're like, if you say no, then it's over. Because it's like they're taking off flying because they're a bird. And if you're not going to fly with them like a bird, then you get to go be a fish, right? I don't know what that means, but that's what is coming in, Hot Sun. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right. Michelle Lesieux, good morning. Good morning. Or it's probably good night. Good night to you now. And you wanted to know any love messages. And you said actually you wanted to ask about opening your business. Screw love. What about my business? All right, let's take a look here. So, what does Spirit want you to know about opening your business? I like it. All right. Wow. Look at this. All this flame energy. And oh my gosh. So, yeah, you definitely have this fast movement coming in here with your business. If you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Flames, and so whatever she puts her mind to, she will make happen. She will put this energy, she has this ability to super focus her energy and to make great movement. She has trust your gut, trust your instinct, trust your connection to spirit, because they'll guide you here. And you got the Eight of Flames, which Eight of Wands is messages from spirit, but also fast movement of energy. And you've got the Knight of Wands, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all, which is the knight on fire, the horse on fire. They also are the knight is at the behest, they obey the queen and the queen goes, "This is your quest," and the knight takes off on it. And so it's you stepping forward and determining, "What do I want for my business?" And as soon as you put your mind to it, all this energy, like you go from 0 to 100. It's like you might take 5 years to figure out what you wanna do, and you get it done in a week, you know? That's what I feel the energy is, you can do so much and make so much happen, but I feel like, that's the important thing that comes in here is that you have to put your energy forward, with that. So that's what they want you to know, Michelle, is get your mind set, trust the connection to spirit. Don't be afraid to ask them for answers and support and guidance. They will give it to you and they will show you. So I like it. All right. So that is what they have, Michelle Izia and Scorpio 1180. You're up next. I want to ask, what are Robert's current feelings and actions for you? All right. So current feelings. All right. And actions. Wow. Okay. So current feelings, we've got the Seeker of Crystals, which is the Page of Pentacles. There's like this energy of new opportunity, you know. It just feels like it just feels more physical. It feels more outward, you know. I just don't feel like they're huge hearted. Let's see what their next actions are here. Yeah, and in their mind too. We've got the Knight of Swords. So their next actions are communication, but it's more changing and mindset that's changing with them, um, which I like because when we're asking for feelings and we get Earth, we get Pentacles, we get Worth. There is this. They're trying to look at their Oh, that makes sense because 'cause they're trying to look at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, and when I'm going, "Where are the feelings?" It's like, "Oh, if I don't feel worthy, if I have low self-worth, I have low self-love, I don't have love to give until I change that within me." And I feel like they're gonna reach out to you, but Scorpio, I really feel here sorry, falling off my chair. I really feel here that there is this lack of self-love that they don't have a whole lot of love to offer yet because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves. Boom. And so it's not that they don't want to love you and they don't want to care about you. It's just they don't have a whole lot of that for themselves. So they're in this journey of trying to get to their self-worth. Because if they expand this self-love, then they can give and receive love to the human. But until then, I just feel like it's mainly mindset and they might reach out to you with that Knight of Swords, but it's not going to be like I love you, I love you, I love you. It's going to be more transactional, if that makes sense, at this point in their life with what they're going through. So I know. But that's what's coming in, Scorpio. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Jay Z, you are up next. You say you always feel you missed your chance with a guy you really like. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. Timing was not right. Forget the connection we have. Is the universe going to give us another chance? Yeah. And that's, what is meant for us will never pass us by, right? What's fated for us will never pass us by. So you got karma, you've got the XX here, which is judgment, which is your higher self calling you to this higher place the high priestess, the priestess card, number 2, she also is about inward and upward connecting to the highest. But this connection that you have is past life connections, because the high priestess, she'll dive deep into the subconscious where all that akashic records are, where we do have that. And this higher calling, this higher connection, karmic relationship, um you definitely have this past life connection coming in here. And you have the 7 of pentacles on the bottom, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, which does show that it takes time. But I do feel like you guys will have connection again. In this deep seated feeling is you've known each other in this lifetime, but you feel it goes so much deeper. It connects beyond time and space back into past lives you had together, romantically, as enemies, all sorts of stuff. You guys are have had a lot of adventures together as a lot of different characters in a lot of different life movies. So I feel like you will have that come back around. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Magana, you are up next. You want to know, does SW talk about you to his friends because they have been getting more in contact with you lately? What does he feel about you at this moment? All right, let's see. Does he talk? Well, he got the 10 of cups. He does, it seems like he's kind of filled and overflowing and blabbing to all his compatriots here. So I do feel like he does talk about you in a positive light, it seems, with all these cups here. And then you want to know, what does he feel about you in this moment? We got the Ace of Crystals, the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunity opening up in the outside world. So I do feel like I don't know if anything has happened with you guys in the past. I feel like they are looking for a chance, or a second chance, but they're looking for a new opportunity with you in the physical world. This new movement forward, this newness of an opportunity in the outside world together. So I feel like I feel like they want to ask you out, ask you for a fresh start or a new start or an opportunity if you guys have had things in the past. But I feel like they want to try to have like this new start in the outside world. That's their feelings with you. Doesn't mean you have to take it if you're like, no, hell no. But I feel like this is what's going on. I feel like they're talking to their friends and all that. So that is what is coming in for you right now, Magana. And then Bhumika Ranjit Batra, you want to know, does your husband have a message for your daughter Anya and you? Oh, absolutely. Let's take a look here. You both have the 8 of crystals here, and I feel like for your daughter, you both get the 8 of pentacles. The 8 of pentacles on one side, like for your daughter, it represents schooling, it represents education, it represents studying. And I feel like the message coming from her father for her is, you can do anything you set your mind to. Don't let anything hold you back. I'm always going to be with you every moment. I'm proud of you. I trust you to make the decisions for your life. And if they had any kind of, well, this is who I want you to be and what I want you to do with your education and blah blah. He's like, I give you permission to do whatever you want. That was my human ego side, but I want you to be happy. I want you to live your life. That's what for the daughter. For you, this has to do with the outside world. And they're saying, if you're wanting to move, if you're wanting to change, whatever actions that you're wanting to take in the outside world, they're saying, go for it. If it's getting rid of something, selling property, moving somewhere, whatever it is, they're like, you do what you're wanting to do. All I care is that you both are happy, and I'm with you always, and I'm happy. I don't need anything. I'm not angry. I don't judge. I love you both unconditionally. Move it, move it, move it. Outside world, let's go. Let's go. Don't, if you've been kind of recluse to not doing a whole lot of action, they're like, go out and get out into the world and live, because that's why you're here. And I feel like that's the message that he wants for both of you. with that Eight of Pentacles. So many blessings to you, Bhumika. And then Anya Ahuya, you are up next. When will that big wish come true? When, oh, when? Yeah, here's the wish. You can't make this up. The wish come true card and the Ace of Pentacles. There is this January feel to this. It just feels like new beginnings. And I feel like January is this fresh start, these fresh opportunities that are coming up in the outside world. And I feel like this new opportunity that you take a leap on and you take a step towards is what allows this dream come true, this wish to come true. So very soon here with this ace, because the new beginning is coming here. So if you have a big change, a big restart, if you're moving somewhere, starting a new job, starting something new, this is around the timing that it happens because there is this change happening in your outside world, and it's like the precursor to this coming in. So that is what they have for you, Anya. I like it. That definitely is coming true with that star card. Um, and I love that for you. So, but January came up with that Ace of Pentacles for me. All right. So many blessings. And SK, you are up. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. You wanted to know whether V is thinking positively about you. Let's see. Got one card. What is this? Yes. This would be a yes, SK, the Lovers card. So very important relationship. Um, and I feel like it also, I know, just zip it, zip it right now. But it depends on the moment with them too. Because if they're in a bad mood, they don't think positively about anyone, right? So they're like, just know that their emotions go up and down and up and down and all over the place. But the majority of the time they think of your relationship as a very important relationship, and there is very lover energy that's coming in with that card. So you can't ask for more than that. That's what they have for you, SK, right now. I'm kind of speeding up because I'm almost at 5:30, and in 30 minutes, I'm going to be starting my evening session. So I've got about 5 more people to go. I should be able to get these. And then I'll be back. I'll be posting that invite here in a moment. So, Gayal, you want to know, will the LA company offer you the R position? All right. Well, you have the 9 of orbs, the 9 of swords, which is the nightmare and insomnia card. I know you're like, "What?" But you got the master of crystals, which is the king of pentacles, which is abundance. It's it's I feel like they are gonna offer you the position, but it's going to be in a different way that's not expected because this 9 of swords is a lot of fear energy, a lot of our small t truths, the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to's, the have to's, the must, these that are rooted in fear of rejection. And there is this transformation that happens with the 9 because it's like, whatever we're focusing on, whatever our brain is bringing us is allowing us this transformation. And I feel like that's why it becomes in an unexpected way because almost feel like in the beginning you feel like you don't get it because of the communication they're having with you, and you're like, oh, this means that, and you have these fears of failing, these fears of rejection and not getting it. But this is all about looking at your worth and your relation to your worth. So as fears come up during this, as you're going through this process, really look at those fears and question those limiting thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have held you back in the past. Because this is a process happening on purpose to help you realize your self worth and that your worth is dependent on inward and upward and not outward, but on releasing all that and going, you know what? Either way, I'm going to be fine. And I'm a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. This is just a human job, but I'm forever, I'm eternal. And then you just kind of go, and then you get it, So I feel like this is part of that, of the journey there for you, but it does feel very positive. So that's what they have for you. All right, many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Rai, you want to know, is Simran going to give you a commitment of marriage, or should you, or shall you move on? All right, let's take a look here. Are they going to give you a commitment? What advice? Okay. So you got the 4 of Wands, which is the marriage card. Um, the 5 of Chalices, so I feel like this is yes, they will, but they've gotta work past some of their emotional trauma and drama. So it's gonna take a little bit, but I feel like they will if you're willing to wait for it. Um, so, it's in, and you got the 4 of Orbs on the bottom, which is peace of mind, and you got the 10 of crystals after that, 10 of pentacles, which is an abundant, full life. So it does feel like they will um, do that, but um, it's only if you're. I don't feel like your relationship with them is destined. I don't feel like this lifetime that you're destined, like it's not fated that you have to be married. It's just an above and beyond extra experience. So that's why I feel like it's all up to you type of energy coming in here, whether you want to do it or not. Either way, you get to your destination, what you're wanting. It's just an enhanced experience, but it's like it's up to you. I love that because it's this freedom, and you're like, you know what? I can take it or leave it. Either way, I know my life is going to be, right in alignment with my path. So interesting, but that's what they have coming in there for you, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. We got 3 more. We got Fire Spawn. You have your Pisces crush has been secretly spying on your social media. Ooh. You like to know from the cards if they are planning to reach out to you eventually. All right, let's take a look here. The secret undercover Pisces. Yeah. So they see here is you being on display, and they're watching you here. And they've got the 4 of Cups, and it's emotional stability. I feel like they will reach out to you eventually because I feel like they want to make sure here first that you're something different than they've had before. Because, you know, and so it's really important for you to express yourself on your social media, um, being true to the authentic you is what I really want to say, because they want to make sure you are this unique individual, and they see different sides of you, but they, because usually the 4 of Cups has 3 cups that someone's bored with. It's like the same old, bleh. Everyone trying to look the same, be the same, whatever. They want uniqueness. They want someone who's true. They want someone who stands out, someone who's odd. So really, if you're just yourself, you'll fit right in. Just kidding, but bunch. But it is true. And you're like, yeah, hey, I'm fire spawn. I want to be my unique me. So continue to express yourself individually and freely, and then I feel like they will reach out. I feel like it's more they're looking for consistency. They got some stuff going on in their life too that they're trying to sort out so that they have time in the holidays and all this kind of stuff. I feel like January is more the time frame that new beginnings and stuff are really coming in there. So that's what I feel is coming in there for you, Fire Spawn. And then Rhonda, hello, hello. You want to know, what do your guides want you to be aware of at this time for this weekend? All right. Take a look here. All right. So be aware here. You've got divine justice, balance is very important this weekend. And you got the 7 of chalice, a lot of emotional confusion. And, it's really just raising your love vibration will be an important thing here. Seeing things from a higher perspective with the divine justice card too helps balance the scales. So realizing that this world, we have lower vibration, higher vibration, everything is love vibration. Just a matter of whatever we're focusing on, what choices we're making. are what are going to have us at a lower or higher vibration or something in between, right? And I feel like this is a weekend of balance and this clearing up this emotion. Well, the emotional confusion clears up with your focus on where you're focusing your love energy. Is it a higher love vibration focusing on higher realm, or is it on lower vibrational energies focusing on fear of rejection, fear of losing love, fear of um, loss, and all those delicious fears we come here to experience. So, balance is key here, and taking time away connecting to spirit is what helps balance those scales. All right. That's what they want you to know right now, Rhonda. And then Alice, you'll be my last reading for this session, and I'll be headed off here and I'll be back on in less than 30 minutes. So if I missed anyone, come back. I try not to miss anyone. And thank you guys so much for your patience as I got to all of this. And you want to know messages from your angels and spirit guides. Wow, look at this. You've got the Hermit card, this invitation to connect with your spirit guides and angels, and they will help guide you on your path. You've got the Chalice, the Ace of Cups here, which is about connecting to the higher realms, and that's the love, the unconditional love. And if you'll open up to them and allow them, they'll show you that love and fill you up and overflow out to the world. And I mean, you've got the Sun card here coming in, which is shining bright light on all area of your life, which helps you get to the root of everything here. When it comes down to it, it's all about love, right? And it's unconditional love. We're on this journey, of the outside world. It's everything is a journey of love and of worth, and we start off these beings of unconditional love, realizing how powerful and eternal and supernatural, and that we're these spirit beings, and we come down and for a little bit we remember and then we forget, and then we spend the rest of our life trying to remove the obstacles that have stepped in between us and realizing that our greatness. And so there's this invitation inward and upward. The Sun card is Leo energy too, inward and down into the inner child, and this beautiful transformation that's happening as you're filling up more and more with this self love, this unconditional love, this eternal love from above, which allows you to fill up and overflow out to the world. We don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. And so when what we see in the outside world is reflecting back to us what we've wanted to see with all of that. And so there is this freedom that comes in with this. There's this beautiful opportunity to transform how we're seeing our entire world. And so there's this invitation, like inward and upward. We're here and we want to show you the love, and we will. It's just the Hermit card is about making sure you're taking time for you and for your connection to spirit as well. So I like that for you, Alice. Beautiful, beautiful. A special invitation. All right. So that is it, everybody. I'm going to be back on in less than 20 minutes. So I'm going to jet off of here, post my the next session so everyone can jump into that. And so we'll see you soon. Until this is where we leave you. I will be back on tomorrow, like Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, and tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain time. So we shall return. All right. Much love to you guys. We'll see you.